who doesn't want to know anything more about the High Republic.
Apparently not. Alright, we should be live. Let me go ahead and check.
Okay, yeah, it is. I can see the stream already.
That's good. Alright, and for me, that is also going to be a yes, apparently, because there's an ad playing. That's usually a good sign. Oh, the second ad has to play. But yes, we are in fact live. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone, Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Orsosium.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the stream, Oros, and today we are back with some more High Republic adventures, specifically Echoes of Fear, and more specifically, this particular comic issue is about the Rod of Ages Unearthed, which is already a chaos artifact, let's be honest.
I mean, we have some of those already in this series.
Yeah, but holy shit, the symbolism.
I mean, the first one that comes to mind, obviously, is the Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this... You don't need to know very much about Warhammer 40k, or Warhammer in general, to know that that is very sus.
Yes, it is. I'm starting to see why High Republic Jedi are referred to as Agents of Chaos in the High Republic setting.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't think you need to try. It is... I would like to say that if they wanted to make this less obvious, you didn't need to do much, but I cannot help but see the 8-pointed star every time I look at this rod.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to say the word rod a lot of times again.
Yes, we are. The gift that keeps on giving. Also, I'm actually testing out the new goals thing to see how it works with YouTube, for those curious. Basically, it's just... I'm just wanting to see how this goes. We'll figure it out from there, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get into the actual comic. Well, first, actually, let's see what we have for some of the comments here. Nico says, you're live. Laughing Cavalier says, somehow the third rod returned. Siege says, hello there, let's begin the cringe. Could use a few laughs tonight. Alright.
Wait, give me a second. The comic doesn't want to load anything other than the cover for some reason.
Huh.
No, okay, it is... It took 5 minutes to load. I don't know why. But it seems it is fine now.
Alright. Well, let's actually read some of it here. Chapter 4. Written by George Mann. So, I recall Mann being one of the more okay writers. The problem with this series has been that it has been a whole bunch of backstory and filler. That's way longer than it should have been.
Sometimes backstory and filler is perfectly fine. Good even. But this is a story about a story we don't care about. I mean, the times that George has been writing it is passable, but it is still the High Republic.
It's not even a story about a story. It's a story about several stories that we don't particularly care about.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it keeps changing eras and all that. So, yeah. I'm kind of, now that I think about it, reminded a little bit of the Galactic Star Cruiser comic book series that they had.
That was fucking awful.
Well, yes. This is a little bit better written than that so far, but still. Laughing Cavalier says Trump needs to sign an executive order restricting the number of staff on Star Wars comics. Honestly, if we just defund DEI, the problem will start to go away very quickly, I think.
I mean, not exactly Star Wars comic, but didn't Dark Horse start kicking off people from the DEI stuff?
Maybe. I haven't really looked too much into what Dark Horse has been doing business-wise. But I could see that. I mean, that's been the trend with a lot of other companies.
I wonder why. They just want to earn money again.
Yep. So, anyways, written by George Mann, illustrated by Vincenzo Federici, color art by Francesco Segala and Gloria Martinelli. Letterers, once again, Tyler Smith and Jimmy Betancourt. Cover art by Eduardo Melio and Valentina Tadeo.
The cover is not horrible this time. Could be better, but okay.
So let's see what we've got here in terms of how many people actually had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available. So we've got the writer, we've got 2 letterers, so that's 3 people right there. We've got an editor 4, an assistant editor 5, a senior editor 6, an associate editor 7, and the Lucasfilm story group for 8, 9, and 10. So once again, 10 people had to read the plot of this comic before it became publicly available.
At this point, I am just happy that they lower from sometimes 12 to 13 to 10. Mm-hmm. But it is still far too many people for so many mistakes and errors.
Mm-hmm. Now, not ever.
Why do you want to remind me of such filth?
The High Republic Trials of the Jedi. After tracing the path of the arcane echo stones through history, Jedi Knight Reith Silas and Padawan Amadeo Azazo have made the ultimate discovery. They have found what they believe to be the resting place of the Rod of Ages on the mysterious planet of Verovia, where a team of Jedi Pathfinders supposedly encountered the Rod centuries ago. Reith and Amadeo, along with former Jedi Master Colmec Vitus, now travel to Verovia to uncover the truth behind the legends. Okay, so I'm trying to think of... Alright, so you want to voice Amadeo, and I voice Azazo, and you voice Colmec?
Fine by me. How long has it been since we read about the Rod of Ages? It's been a while.
Yeah, there's been a lot of other High Republic stuff coming out and all that, so... Yeah,
mostly because I don't remember all the details anymore. I mean, not like it was worth remembering, but to at least have it in mind while we are doing this.
Last I remember, there were 2 factions on a planet fighting each other for control of the Rod, basically. And the Jedi buried it in a bunch of rubble, and the 2 factions at no point decided, maybe we could try digging out this sacred relic that we've been fighting for centuries or whatever for. And decided to instead go, oh, nope, it must be destroyed. There's clearly no way it could have survived. Even though these Jedi here, after a few days, figured, maybe it survived. Maybe we can go dig it up.
I mean, you are speaking like these people have brains. In the High Republic, those are not needed.
Correct. So let's go ahead and begin. I think it's Amadeo's first, and then Master Colmec, so both those are your characters.
Okay. Let's see. Master Colmec, yes, Amadeo. Okay. let's see what voices I can give them. Master Colmec? Yes, Amadeo. What if we are wrong? What if after our research, after getting this mission authorized and coming all the way out here to this remote planet, the the missing rod isn't on Barovia. Or Master K really destroy it all those years ago. I share your concern, Amadeo. We might be on a wild vantage chase.
But none of that means we shouldn't try. This is the best lead we've had so far. We know the Rod of Ages was on Barovia. It's worth the risk.
You're right, Red. If it helps us find a way to stop any more Jedi dying at the hands of the Nameless, then anything is worth the risk.
More than that, if we're right, the Rod of Ages has the power to nullify the Nihil's control of the Nameless completely. We can free the creatures, stop them being used against us as weapons.
And turn back the Blight too, right?
I hope so, Amadeo.
I know that the people writing this don't think, but the Nameless don't just attack these people for no reason. They basically eat the Force.
Mm-hmm.
I know that having someone controlling them and using them as weapons is bad and all that, but don't you think they are still going to attack Jedi or Sith just to feed?
Yep. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna.
I don't want to be a dick, but in this case, if it is necessary, you cool the species.
At the very least, put them on a remote planet that nobody goes to.
Yeah, technically you are killing them still because they are not going to be able to eat the Force.
Well, they don't really need to feed on Jedi specifically, right? Because the Force is everywhere in Star Wars.
Yes, but I mean, there are a few animals, like, I don't remember the name of those lizards, that are strong in the Force. You need to find a place like that if the Nameless do eat a lot of this. Otherwise you are, okay, you might not kill the species, but you are decimating it anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, this is probably overthinking on my part. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's continue. Barovia.
Okay, the first is Arando. Do you want him?
Alright. Unidentified vessel, you have entered Barovian airspace. Please acknowledge and identify yourselves immediately, or Barovian security forces will have no choice but to treat you as a hostile. This is Jedi Knight Reith Silas, traveling with a small delegation from Coruscant. I assure you we come only in peace. Jedi, hold on. Right, I'm transmitting coordinates now. Please set down at the port and wait the arrival of an escort. Over and out. We cannot allow ourselves to get mired in local politics. There isn't time.
If the rod is still here, it has been buried for well over a century. I am sure it can wait a few more minutes while we see to whatever pleasantries are required to smooth our passage.
Tactician Alexandra says we return to the brain rot again, I see. Yes.
Every week.
Whoosh.
Looks like quite the welcoming committee. Don't forget, so far as we know, the last time there were any Jedi here, tensions among the Barovians were riding high, and they supposedly destroyed a precious artifact. It's been a long time since the Order visited this place. We might not be very popular around these parts.
So it's true. You really are Jedi. They said you'd return one day. We are on a peaceful mission. Whatever may have passed between your people and the Jedi before is part of history now.
Then you will agree to come with me to the House of Consideration, where we might welcome you properly.
We will.
Excellent. Now then, I hoped we'd have more notice to prepare for the occasion of the Jedi's return to Barovia, so I apologize for our haste. On behalf of the Grand Seers and the almighty nation of United Barovia, I formally welcome you to our world.
You do.
We thought because of what had happened...
No, you must understand. Your forebears did the people of Barovia a great service when they destroyed the Rod. Their brave actions brought an end to our civil war. The people came together once more to rebuild Barovia and forge a better future, free from the seduction of the Rod's power.
It keeps sounding like the forces of chaos.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, let's see if these people manage to fuck it up by finding the road. I am pleased to hear it. The Jedi don't always get things right, but they do always act with the best intention.
Then may I ask, what are your intentions here today? What has caused you to return to Barovia after so long?
We've come to finish what Master Kale started. We believe there is a chance the Rod of Ages remain intact beneath the hillside that Atticus brought down upon the temple.
Shouldn't what's buried remain buried? Whether the Rod is still there or not, the effect is the same. My people have found peace.
Ambassador Krawurxus, what do you know of the Nihil?
I know that they have waged a bitter war against your republic, that they have wreaked havoc and killed many, and that they have annexed countless worlds and beings behind their storm wall. I know that they are a threat to the independence and well-being of us all.
We believe that the Rod has the power to help us in that threat for good, to stop the Nihil, to give us a fighting chance.
What if this is nothing but the same wicked temptation that led our people to war? What if all you seek is a dangerous power that you cannot control?
Then you have our word. We will destroy it. Forever.
And it will be gone from here, taken from Barovia and way across the stars.
Yes. If it is still there, I promise you that. We are due.
Then, reluctantly, you have my blessing. There is only one problem.
And what is that?
The wasteland in which the temple once sat has been abandoned for over a century, left to grow wild. No one ever ventures there.
As a mark of respect?
No, because it is cursed.
This is it, the location that Ambassador Krawurxus gave us.
It looks as though Atticus and Yadia really did do a thorough job. There is no sign of the temple that was once here.
No, there's no sign of anything but rocks and ruin. No one's been here for years, just like Krawurxus said. You don't think she was right about the rest of it, do you? I don't believe this place is cursed, if that's what you mean. Oh, this is a different... No. I don't...
It was the kid before. Fuck.
Right. Yeah.
It is almost impossible to distinguish when there is no color.
Yeah.
I don't believe this place is cursed, if that's what you mean. It's probably just a story the Verovians have spread to keep people away.
Let me read some of the comments here. Hurt Chain says, Yo, Ace, it's the Genocide Wedding comic again. Well, yeah, kind of. Siege is questioning that, or is it a different... It's part of the High Republic setting where the Genocide Wedding happened. It's just
a side quest, so to
Yes.
speak.
Yes, that's exactly it. Holy Thunder King says same comic. Hurt Ching says because the Jedi attended a genocide wedding last comic. Holy Thunder King says you just know at some point a character is going to revere themselves as a god and the story will act like that's a good thing. Oh, yeah.
I mean, at this point, I don't exactly know that is a possibility.
So, which god do you think they're going to worship and aspire to be? Slaanesh, Khorne, Tzeentch, or Nurgle?
Slaanesh.
Yep, I'm going with Slaanesh.
I mean, I could also see Khorne, but considering the debauchery, I bet more on Slaanesh.
Well, we would need Jedi Master buckets of blood to really embrace the Khorne side of things, so...
It will be much funnier and much more interesting than the Slaanesh comic we are reading every once in a while.
Buckets of blood for the blood god.
But it might not go that way. I highly doubt it, but we'll see.
All right, let's continue.
Okay. We could try lifting the rocks clear. Not even Master Yoda could manage that. The weight of all that rubble will be too much for us to bear, when together.
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Yeah, it wasn't it Master Yoda that say, do or do not. There is no try. And basically say that the weight itself is not important. It is the concentration that you put on it.
There's that. There's the fact that we've had Darth Vader point out that the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant in comparison to the power of the Force, which suggests that if you're strong enough as a Jedi, you could actively dwarf the Death Star in terms of what you can accomplish.
I mean, the High Republic has tried to show that.
There's been Jedi that have... there have been Force users, at the very least, that have been able to pull Star Destroyers out of orbit. Star Killer. So, yes, a little bit of Rebel being too much for Master Yoda or for a group of Jedi together, I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
I mean, if you want to give me the excuse that you want to be careful and that might make it difficult, perhaps, but you just want to move a pile of rocks. This should not be hard.
Holy Thunder King says, you know at some point a character is gonna... Okay, if you expect High Republic to be consistent with established Star Wars rules, you've set your expectations too high. Yes, but it is the comic's fault for me setting the expectations too high, what with it being called a Star Wars comic.
I mean, having to walk about the bar is already having it too high. Just saying. But still, they are talking like this in universe should be hard. And at least for now, and we are a few pages in, the comic wasn't exactly going bad. So I expected a little bit better this time. Shall we see if they do actually use the Force?
Alright, let's continue, shall we?
Okay. Then what do we do? Appeal to Ambassador Krawurxus for mining equipment?
No. No need. There's a void beneath the ground, accessible through these fissures.
A cavern.
No, at least I don't think so. A complex tunnel. A complex tunnel, some sort of underground structure. We might be able to reach the buried temple through them.
Wait, so you are opening a way with your laser saber?
Yep!
And the force is not enough to do anything.
Apparently not, but a lightsaber can accomplish more than the Force now. So the power scale, according to the High Republic, is we have the Death Star at the weakest side, then we have a Jedi Force abilities right in the middle, then we have a lightsaber even more powerful than that.
Yeah, funny because I remember a lightsaber bouncing on armor and just giving no wounds, just a light burn to someone's back.
Well, I guess because the Jedi struggled to get through that section of blast doors in Phantom Menace, that we could have expected those blast doors to just stop a Death Star blast.
That would be impressive, let me tell you.
Okay.
Again, until now, it wasn't so bad. This is starting to become stupid. Okay, let me continue. Let's see if this becomes even stupider. We are going down there.
Yes, come on. There's no time to lose.
What the fuck? Is this a Dungeon and Dragon map?
Apparently so. No, you know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen those Facebook adverts for those games where they say solve the puzzle and it's a whole bunch of numbers and all that?
Holy shit, it is.
Yeah, it's that.
No.
That's what this is. So are we going to see them fail and expect us to do it?
Now that will be expecting too much of most readers of the High Republic.
I love how it just depicts there being doors that are just standing up on their own for no reason.
I mean, I am going to say that I consider this slightly pretty, for... It is not the usual crap, but still. They could have put some more effort into it.
Yeah. Paul Schlock says, why does it have a video game level layout? I know. I know. I'm expecting the Prima strategy game guide logo in the corner here or something. Holy Thunder King says, oh, I'm not acting like the comic is in the right here for breaking every established rule. More saying, at this point, I have no expectations for it to respect Star Wars rules. I hate the fact that to some degrees, I'm not expecting this to really respect Star Wars, but it should respect Star Wars because it has Star Wars as part of the logo.
Yeah, it is like it should respect the canon, the lore, and everything that happened before and after it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is too much to ask for nowadays.
Yeah, so let's continue.
Okay. Beyond your word. We don't know what could be lurking down here. Hey, did you hear that?
Probably just the old stone shifting. Come on, keep up. Must have been the wind.
But, by the way, is it me or does your character have a shield in the miniature?
He does.
What the actual fuck is this?
Well, we need a fighter as part of the party. We've got the Jedi Master, I'm assuming, as the monk. And the Padawan's probably going to be acting as either a rogue or a mage.
Okay, I get where they were trying to go, but come on. Let's
Although-
continue.
Yeah. This must be it. We're underneath the temple building, or what's left of it. If the rod is still down here, it should be somewhere amongst all this wreckage. It was a shield.
What the heck?
It was a shield, and he just put it on his back like he's Link from Ocarina of Time.
I mean, there are factions that still use shields, but why a Jedi will use a shield?
It's a good question. I don't think it's a question we get an answer to, but it is a good question.
Whatever. Let's go on.
Yeah. I don't need cheap car rentals. I don't know why I'm seeing ads. I have ad blocker on. Some help would be welcome about now. If the rod survived, this is where it fell when the temple structure above was destroyed. No. Oh, wait.
A lot of time has passed, Reeve.
No. I can sense it. There's something down here. Something powerful.
The temptation.
It has to be here.
It's gone, Reeve. If it was ever here.
But that means...
I don't know which character is it. It is? I think it is the kid.
I think it's the master here. Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't mean what you think it means. You said you could sense it. So maybe it's still here. Somewhere. Do you think someone else came down one of these fissures and found it?
The Varovians are too broadly built for that. They'd have to widen the hole, and we'd have seen that from up there. They could have employed someone, though, of lesser stature.
Or an animal might have inadvertently moved it. If you can sense something, Reed, we should put our trust in the Force. Allow it to guide us wherever it takes us.
I mean...
Come on.
On the one hand, I get that. On the other hand, you are basically trying to just allow yourselves to succumb to the allure of trying to find a Sith artifact, so... I don't know. Seems very sketch.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing they have done well in the High Republic, and that is a very short list, is that when an artifact infused with the dark side tempts you. And I don't think allowing the Force to say, come here, use me, is a good thing here. I don't know. Do you think we are going to get one of these possessed or something?
Probably. Probably going to be my character, too. Laughing Cavalier says, as we all know, medieval shields are very useful in a universe with lasers and lightsabers.
Well, let's continue. Let's see where this goes. Come on. Let's keep exploring. We've been walking for hours. We must be deep beneath the surface now.
What?
Why do you think...
Oh, wait, that is your line. My bad.
Why do you think the Ptolemites built this place?
Perhaps it was some sort of outpost, like our Jedi temples, a way for them to protect the rod.
Or perhaps they established a small colony here when their own world was blighted, would abandon it later. After all these years, it is impossible to know.
Clunk,
What was that?
clunk, clunk. Whatever it is, I think we're about to find out. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Stone golems.
Oh
They
my
are like-
god. Okay.
I mean, we are in a dungeon. We need a challenge.
Yes.
Okay, I see. The shield is not an old school shield. It is a force shield. That makes more sense.
Mm.
Well,
Alright.
let's see. They're like droids, wood made of stone.
They must be guardians, left behind by the Ptolemies to protect this place. Ping, creak, Amadeo. Ping,
Right behind their plating.
I like how it basically does describe them as stone golems too. What are they? Well, they're like droids, but they're guardians and they're made of stone. So
I
stone
was
golem.
slightly joking, but I think the comic took it seriously.
Yeah. Alright, let's continue. Ugh. Amadeo, are you hurt?
I am okay. You did well, Amadeo, finding their weakness like that.
Oh my god, I was right about him basically being the monk.
We make jokes, and then the jokes become reality. Well, at least this one is being more or less pleasant and fast.
Yep.
Let's see if the last pages take us half an hour. Thank you, Master Comac.
Come on, we need to press on. And be on your guard. I doubt these statues are the only things the Ptolemites left behind to stop people plundering this place. Much later.
It's a dead end. We've been down here forever. And now there is nowhere else to go. No, it's a puzzle. As Rita and I discovered on their homeworld, the Ptolemites use force-derived puzzles to limit access to their structures. I think this is one of them.
Just like the puzzles that Dark Ravi faced all those years ago. But how does it work?
I am not sure yet. It's going to take a while to figure out. We might not have as long as you think.
We haven't got time for this.
I don't think we have a choice. We have to solve this before we can go any further.
Then get to work. We'll keep these things busy, right, Amadeo?
Right.
Later still. Mr. Cook, we can't keep this up much longer.
Quiet, please. The balls of this man. I am almost there. What?
Rumble. You opened it.
Apparently so.
I wish I had as much faith in yourself as I have. Wait, what? I wish you had as much faith in yourself as I have in you.
I mean, I see where they want to go with the phrase, but it came out strange for some reason.
Yes, it did.
Could be worse. We have examples for other quotes we are not going to mention.
Yep.
Thank you, Reed.
Onwards then.
What if, after all this, there's nothing left to find?
That might be so, but even knowing that, we have to try. The reward is too great for us to give up now, and besides, we're close. I could feel it. The next day. Careful, there's something ahead.
No, it is another of the Ptolemaites' test. A kyber mirror. Like the ones on Jeddah used for the reflection day ceremonies? Exactly.
But how is that a test?
It's a trial of fate, Reed. The mirror doesn't just show your reflection, it's said to reveal the paths you might walk in the future, and what the Force might have in store for you, if you choose to take them. It's a test to see if you are strong enough to face those possible futures and carry on.
You are the wisest and most experienced of us all, Master Cormac. You should do it.
No, I am not ready for this, Reed. My future is too uncertain. You should do it. You are best placed. You are best placed of all of us to face this trial.
That's a weird thing for a Jedi Master to do. Pawn it off to the Jedi Knight.
I mean, a Jedi Master to a certain extent has a very clear future. It is usually train people, do your duty, and die. I know it is a bit gloom and bleak, but that is the point they achieve if they live so long. They have very little else to do.
Yeah. So it's weird for him to really say this, too.
I mean, if you want to test a Padawan with this, I could understand more or less, but the knight doesn't exactly need, another Kyber test.
Paul Schluck says their weakness was lightsabers. See, he used his shield to deflect those blasters. How else would he be able to do that? Holy Thunder King says droids made of stones. Should I even ask how that works? No, because the comic is not going to answer that.
I mean, it is a good question, but we are not going to know ever.
Yes. Alright, let's continue. I do not choose any of these paths, no matter what they show. I trust in the Force to guide me. I am Reesilas, Jedi Knight, and my future path is not decided. Thunk.
I knew you could do it, Reed. I never loved it.
I can't. We found it. And it's another trap.
Yeah.
But also, what the whole mirror thing, boy, did they really underdeliver on that. They could have really had something interesting and epic from that. With this character battling his own mind or something. But instead, it's one panel and it's done.
I mean, that kind of thing might even make a whole chapter on a comic.
Yes.
And they left it at one page. It's not horrible, but it is underwhelming.
Very underwhelming. Tactician Alexandra says there should be a reward for reading all the High Republic without losing your mind. Well,
if you want to pay us, I am down for it.
I do have the super chats allowed. And there's even a goal set up now that you mention it, but only Thunder King says no time for potential character development. The plot needs to move. Go, go, go. Yeah. I will say there's at least this, so far, this comic, this particular issue is more interesting than some of the previous ones because it isn't just backstory anymore.
Yeah, and this time we don't want to self-delete ourselves by reading this one.
It's still not good, and there's still things to complain about.
Yeah, but if we go from the worst to the best, this one is okay. It's not bad in the High Republic.
Yeah, this is one of the better ones.
I mean, I want to talk with the writer about using the Force, but that can wait. At least it is not Daniel House. And yes, House. I don't want to say his name right.
Yeah. Alright, let's continue.
Okay. Is that?
The Rod of Ages. Yes, I can hardly believe it. These creatures must have taken it to build their nest, just like the rest of this junk.
Wait. It's not safe. We don't know anything about those creatures. And judging by the way those skeletons have been picked clean, they might not be very friendly.
Are you sure?
You don't fucking say!
A real Sherlock Holmes over here.
Look, I know he's trying to tell him to calm down and think it through like you would a child, because sometimes you need to do that in these comics. But still, man.
Master Cormac, the rod is right there. I didn't come this far just to hesitate at the last moment. Trust me. I mean, he could have used the Force to just pull it to him.
Yes, you know what most Jedi will have done.
And
for various reasons.
Yes.
One, to avoid danger, and two, to not hurt creatures that might not be hostile to you.
And three, all these tests have been Force related anyways. So why would there be any reason to think that this isn't another Force related test?
True, although I am not sure if he's using Force lighting in the next, or if this is some kind of defense. I don't know. This part doesn't make much sense to me.
I think it's a trap, is what this is. A trap activated perhaps by the Rod of Ages itself, and he has to deactivate it. Or something.
Well, at least I hope they answer that question.
Yeah.
Reeve!
Stay where you are, both of you. I know what to do. I have the power of the Echo Stone to call on. Back away, I don't want to hurt you. Phew.
Isn't that a bit too late to not hurt the poor things?
Maybe, but Alright, you want to voice this character?
Okay, let's see. Oh, thank goodness. Somebody finally came to rescue me.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We did it. We actually did it. We found the Rod of Ages.
Reeve, I am so proud of you. You did it, Reeve.
We did it, Amadeo. All of us together. Come on, let's get out of here before those creatures return. We need to get this back to Coruscant as quickly as possible.
Master Jedi, aren't you forgetting something? I mean, I know it's a pretty trinket and all, but you did come here to rescue me, didn't you?
What? Okay, so they did kind of rescue the droid after disassembling him.
Well, they took the most important part.
Yes.
Well, I consider this a point in favor of them not being complete dicks. That is something.
Yeah. Only mostly dicks.
Yes. Yes. But to be perfectly honest, these three have been better than most other crews we have seen in this High Republic.
Yep.
Okay, let's go on. I can't believe it. All those stories about the Echo Stones. Everything we've been through. Everything that Barnabas Beam and Atticus Gale and the others did. It's all led to this. The Road of Ages.
It's what we've been waiting for. Our chance to stop the Nahil once and for all. To save us all from the terror of the Nameless and the Blight.
All that fear will become nothing but echoes. With the rod, we can finally make a difference. The light of the Jedi will shine again through the galaxy. So, let me get this straight. You went on Barovia to rescue me after all? You were just looking for that bubble at this time?
You're missing the point. We're Jedi. We save everyone. It's what we do. And just you watch, things are about to change for the better. The end of the Nahil is finally in sight, and the real adventure is just beginning. The end.
I have a few worlds and many millions of people that will say something about that saving everyone thing.
Yep.
Oh, give me a second. I am getting tired.
Alright, let me see the comment box and see if there's any. No comments! Of course there's no comments. Nobody's reading these comics. Let me read some of the other comments that are actually on my stream, though, so far. Paul Schlock says, was the writer playing some isometric RPG and was inspired to write a Star Wars story in a similar manner? Maybe. That would explain a lot, now that I think about it. Holy Thunder King says, unless I'm selectively deaf, the characters are also less arrogant in this chapter. Which, if that is actually the case, congratulations. Yep.
Hey, I am back. What did I miss?
Not a whole lot. There's no comments on the actual comic itself. And I just read through what's left of the comments on the stream here. So yeah, ultimately, this is still one of the better High Republic comics. It's still not good, but in comparison to High Republic, it's definitely one of the better ones.
It is very sad to say that one side quest was more enjoyable than the main story. When that happens, I mean, you should have checked just how badly you were doing before, but with this kind of comic, if you are doing an okay comic and it is far superior to what we have read until now, you must change something, please.
Yes. High Republic needs to change. Well, technically, it just needs to go away. High Republic does.
Yeah. But yes, this comic was, while I'm not going to say it was very good. It was okay. It was entertaining. It was a decent story with good, or at least passable characters. There could have been some character growth in a few scenes.
Yep.
But it could have been so much worse.
Yeah. Honestly, This is probably as good of an ending as we could have gotten from this series, from this particular spin-off series. Because we basically had a whole bunch of filler leading up to this. So the fact that there is any payoff whatsoever that's not atrocious is much more better than I was expecting by the end. That's for sure.
But it is. Well, I am not going to complain about this particular comic, so that is a plus. Let's leave it at that. I just hope we don't have to see these characters again, and what little good they did with them is destroyed, as Daniel used to do.
Yes. Yokai says, you know your food is bad when people like the side dish more than the main course. Tactician says, so someone finally tried to do the job rather than phone it in. I guess. I mean, I still say that the Blade is the absolute best thing that's happened in High Republic.
Yes. But this wasn't too bad either, so... You know, there is not many praises we can give the High Republic, so...
This one is actually in the territory where this particular spin-off series might actually be readable.
Yeah, I mean, usually we say that you don't have to waste time and money on these comics. This one, at least, if you want a guilty pleasure, okay, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I think that's where we're really going to be on that, so I don't really have much more to add on that. Do you have anything else, Oris?
No, this time, I said it was pretty okay. We didn't take two hours. It was a read that had a few bad points, but it is passable. It is perfectly fine.
Yep. So yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and call it. So yeah, this has been Ace,
and this has been Uros.
Thank you for being on, Uros.
This time it was a real pleasure, not like the wedding.
Yes. And we hope to all see you again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.